Sisters, brothers, sisters, I'm here. I know it's been a while. I ain't uploaded in a while, but I'm never not that far away. And just want to, you know, bring upon some realistic, thoughts as of what if you were told you had less than 6 months to live? 6 months to live. How would we conduct ourselves as human beings? Does life take on a different meaning? Do we choose our words carefully? Do we uplift humanity? Can someone tell me what it is and how is it we would conduct ourselves if we were told we had 6 months to live? I almost can imagine that life would take on a new meaning. We won't find the contentment and the evilness and the larceny in our heart as easy as we do. I'm quite sure it would take a lot for us to really be moved and bothered by people, because we're dealing with a shorter time span and the mind is aware of it. We're conscious that we only have 6 months to live. So life is going to take on a whole new meaning. You're going to have a different perspective. There's going to be appreciation of all things around you that we've taken for granted. You know what I mean? So at the end of the day, it's like, what if we could apply this in our life without really being diagnosed with 6 months to live? Because, I can't admit that I've seen people's life go sideways. And when it went sideways with the bad news, it was a total different person reborn again. Yes, just off that frequency of news that was broadcasted to them. Life took on a different meaning. And, it was nothing they can change about the past, but moving forward meant everything. Things were said that needed to be said, decades ago. Things were done the way they needed to be done moving forward. And it's crazy because us as human beings, we shouldn't have to have that pressure on us, the 6 months to live in order to live our best life and to enrich others, around us with wisdom and knowledge and, caring words. But it's only that, when tragedy strikes, that we find a better part of ourselves. And we shouldn't have to wait till tragedy strike to find that better part of ourselves. You know what I mean? So it's just food for thought. What if you were told you had 6 months to live? You would love your children more. You would have greater respect for animals. Your neighbor wouldn't be so annoying as they were. The cop that pulled you over and write the ticket, he wouldn't necessarily be the bad guy no more. He would be just someone that's out here doing his job. It just life takes on a turn, and with that turn comes a whole different point of view. What you're seeing when you're traveling north is completely different from what you're gonna see traveling south or east. You know what I mean? So, brothers and sisters, I can't emphasize it enough. We don't need for tragedy to strike to find our best selves. to enrich ourselves and to appreciate things. I myself, I believe that it's in all of us to just reflect on where we come from and where we're going. And, if we hadn't made no improvement, man, we need to focus on that aspect, And, I'm one of them brothers that come from that background of, before marijuana was legal, alcohol, we sat at the corner store as teenagers. Hey, could you get us this beer, this wine? And that's what we did. But, in hindsight, when I look back, it was like, wow, I need to make changes. It's like, what has it done for me lately? If it hadn't uplifted me and put me in a better position, then it was a waste of time. And, that's just the lesson that I bring forth to all my brothers and sisters, At the end of the day, life is short. When we're starting off as a teenager, we don't necessarily see it that way. It's, I can't wait to be an adult. I can't wait to move out. I can't wait to do this. But, as soon as you turn 17, age 30 is around the corner. And you got to deal with all the things that come with being 30 years old. You know what I mean? So it's just food for thought, my brothers and sisters. Don't be in a rush to get older. If anything, be in a rush to be wise. We're always in a rush for that number, to change. But let's look at it from a realistic aspect, Let's be in a rush for wisdom, knowledge, understanding, seeing it from God's point of view. Because that's what life is about, man. The things that we endure and learning from it, not staying stuck in foolishness, So again, just food for thought, What if you were told you had 6 months to live? What changes would you make? Well, why wait and why not just make the changes now without the bad news? Why do we need something negative to move us? Why can't we just move off our own, reaction of reflection, So that's just why I'm at, brothers and sisters. Don't wait till, society or tragedy strike to discover your best self. You're supposed to do that every day. It's a journey, So again, my brothers and sisters, I love you. I'll talk to you later. Mr. Time on time, as usual. If you like the content, the message, because it's all about the message, again, like and subscribe. Stay safe, stay blessed. The struggle continue, my brothers and sisters all around the world.